Hi everyone, we're Ayada Leads. My name is Faduma Mohammed. I'm the Civic Engagement Advocacy Manager here. Nice to meet you.
My name is Antoinette. I'm the Communications Manager.
My name is Zainab and I'm the Deputy Director.
My name is Haban Abdullah. I'm the Executive Director.
My name is Sagal. I am the Program Support Intern.
Beautiful, beautiful. Today we're here to just talk about our recap of last year, 2023, and bring in the new year together as a team. So we're going to start with talking about what our best memory or highlight of last year was. Anyone can go.
Yeah, I can go. Last year was an amazing year. The year we expanded the staff members, so we had more additions, and that alone is really achievement if you know what it means being a nonprofit and growing and scaling up. And the team will talk also many other things that we accomplished and we're proud of it. And a happy new year. It may come back, it will come back to me and I will add some more.
One of the accomplishments I'm excited about or that I'm proud of this past year is the expansion of our programming, particularly with younger girls and mentoring them. I'm also really proud of the amount of coalitions that we joined and the work that we were able to push for.
I'm really proud of those coalitions that we joined. We got to advocate for some really amazing changes here in the city, like communities combating hate and paid family medical leave. And outside of that, I'm really proud of the relationships we built with our community members. Our parent engagement program was a real highlight for me. I feel like I got to really know the women of North Minneapolis. So that's something I'd really like to add.
Beautiful. I guess I'll go. I feel like there's a lot of good memories, but I guess since this one is really recent to me, I'm just gonna say the retreat because it was a lot of fun and I just enjoyed getting to connect with the team on a level that wasn't work related and it was more personal. And I feel like post retreat we've really been able to just connect and go into 2024 more positive. So yeah.
Can I add a little bit about the retreat? This is the first year we actually had funding for wellness and retreat, and we received that funding from an amazing funders. You know who you are. We don't want to say your name, but you actually thought through what it means having what it means the wellness of the staff and us being a part of a community and the things that have been happening in our community, how that impacts us. You just thought and said, we need you to take a break, and here is the resources that you will need to do that. And that we want to really thank you for Gen Up. But if there is also the thoughtful and us, the funders telling us, we care about you and we want you to think about your wellness, that would be amazing.
Just want to echo everything that my colleagues said. Also, the Future Leaders Program was very special for me this last year. I got to invite my younger sister, who is the baby of the family, along with a few other young girls who are pretty close to me, to do the Future Leaders Program, and seeing their growth from the beginning to the end helped me understand kind of the purpose of why we exist, to create space for young girls to see themselves across different fields beyond just civic engagement, but also what does it mean to be a leader and what are the skills that you need to get to that position. And each and every single one of the young girls that were part of the Future Leaders program not only graduated, but they approached us to say, hey, we need this to continue so that we can have spaces like this. And that was like the why for me as to why I continue to show up and I get to work with these lovely individuals. And another highlight is just working with the team. I love every single one of them. And just watching everybody grow respectively, I think speaks to Habon's mentorship that she's provided to all of us. And shout out to the interns, our interns from this year, Sabrina and Allah, very, very instrumental in doing events and things of that nature. So seeing the organization grow has been an honor. So.
Yes, we love.
Ala is not feeling well. That's why she's not here with us today. And Sabrina is traveling. So we miss you guys.
Yeah, come back.
Shout out. Okay. Okay. So, how did we see ourselves in community this last year? You can start.
Unless Fatima, you want to start? Obviously, we have had many of our own events in the community. You know, we've had some fun events like the Paint and Zip. We've had the Women's History Month event. We've had Connect and Conquer. We've led our own events to bring community together, to educate them on the work that we're doing, but to also just create a space where everybody can just take a moment, celebrate, and enjoy themselves. And we were also able to partner up with other organizations and bring them together and also sit at tables, whether it's democracy tables or tables for democracy tables, environmental tables, housing. Like we've touched on almost every industry that touched our communities and have been able to create space for ourselves that way.
Thank you.
I forgot how to cut those.
Honestly, just building off of what Zainab said, I feel like we did a really good job of showing up in spaces and honoring our community members who choose to work with us and stick with us and to help us grow. I was really proud of Connect and Conquer. That was birthed and brought to life by our interns Sabrina and Allah, and with the support of Ayada Lead's team of just creating space for young women who are of college age or who are looking to enter the labor force. And it was just a great way to just connect and maintain those relationships, because we do tend to be the ones that lift each other up. So it was beautiful. I'm also really proud of the housing justice work we're doing and like the spaces we're taking up with tenants and making sure that we have dignified housing and we get to keep that dignified housing regardless of houses being sold to corporations or bought pretty quickly. And I'm also just really proud of the spaces we took up in the healthcare and the work we were able to do with underserved and gender justice to ensure people have dignified access to healthcare and dignified births, whatever it may be. So that's a little bit about how we showed up for community, and yeah, I'll pass it to whoever would like to go next.
Yeah, we are a local organization, meaning our work and the community we work is in Minnesota and Minneapolis and suburb. But because of the work we do, because of us being in a social justice field, we also have interest and we also want people to know where we stand in certain issues that are happening and outside of Minnesota and outside the United States of America. There are a lot of bad and evil things that is happening in Africa, in the Middle East. And that's sometimes what we do. We educate the community to understand what it means living in a country where the security and safety is guaranteed, and also seeing, people who are unable even to be and have the rights to to feel safe and live in a safety environment. You will see us talking more what is happening in Africa and what is happening in the Middle East, and how as a community can be and the voice of those people and those community that unfortunately don't have a voice.
I thought I had an answer. Why am I blinking? Okay, because on your point just kind of, I feel like overshadowed what I was going to say. Antoinette, you're going to delete that part, I hope. I will. So when I think of being in community, two moments stick out to me. One was the networking event that Sabrina flawlessly executed, may I add, where women from different industries were able to come together and just talk about their jobs and their careers and their interests and their hobbies. And I believe a few collaborations or like a few connections came out of that. And I think this just goes to show that when we come together, we create access within each other. We all have like network, we all have power, and all we have to do is just come together for us to really access and tap into that. And Sabrina's event really demonstrated that very well. A second moment, and I'm smiling because it's very historic, was the Born to Lead event that we had this year. We had two women who were running for mayor. And they came together. Zainab was the moderator, and now both women are mayors in their respective cities. And I just want to say it's like us creating that space for women like us to hear from them directly what their experiences were like running for office, what their experiences are like being a woman of color, specifically a Black woman, what their experiences are like actually trying to demonstrate the causes that they are very passionate about and the work that they will do. And now I'm so excited because Minnesota continues to carry the historic torch, and we're always at the forefront. Just saying, we brought those women together. And I hope that like women are able to like come to these events and see themselves in those young girls, like, and then also the women that we're inviting to say like, oh, if like, you know, Nadia, who's a St. Louis Park mayor, can do it, I could do it too, you know? So it's like, I'm really proud of just that historic moment. And hindsight looking back, I remember we were all recording it, and like I don't think we understood the magnitude of what that was until the elections were over, and like you just see like all over the news like the first historic, you know what I mean, Black mayor, Somali American mayor. So shout out to the women who continue to show up in our spaces, who continue to take the invites when we extend it to them, and who continue to embody what, you know, what we want to see our future leadership look like in the state of Minnesota. So those were the two moments that come to mind. And again, the people behind it really is the folks that you have sitting here, coordinating, working behind the scenes, doing, like, you guys don't see the labor that goes into these things, but like truly, 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 like every single person sitting here today like has had a hand in all of the success that like I'm listing out. So yeah, shout out to the rock stars, both in the organization, any of the leads, and outside doing the work that needs to be done. So
yeah, I second that. And I do just want to like jump off what Sagal said about how historic it is. It really is kind of crazy because I feel like you don't realize the impact or how widespread and like just inspirational certain things are going to be until after the fact. Like with Nadia winning, I was like, oh yeah, she's going to be the first. But it didn't really hit me until like you see it on CNN and like, you know what I mean? I was like, wow, dang. And like even with St. Paul, we have like the first all-woman major city council or something like that. But either way, I'm like, that's crazy. Well, it's not crazy, but it's inspirational. So yeah. But I think in general, I definitely second what everyone said. We had a lot of events this year, and I'm proud of all of them. I think they all were impactful in their own way, and I really appreciate everyone that showed up for us and took part in the events. And I don't know, I just think they were beautiful because genuinely, spaces like the ones that we've created this year don't exist in a lot of places, and they were all right. Well, any final remarks, you guys? Any final remarks? We had such a good year. We're so excited for 2024.
Yeah. Stay tuned. We got some good things coming your way, and we're really excited.
Period.
Oh.
Should we all say happy New Year?
Yeah.